Welcome back to Channel 8 News. Well, the weather has been very warm for us this February, but you think it'll last?
I sure hope it does. We're going to send it to Ann Collins right now for a full look at the weather to see what kind of weather we can expect.
Thanks, Mikey. I had an opportunity to get out in the community this week and really see how people are enjoying the weather and see how people are playing out at the park. So I've got a few little clips of what we did out at the park when we saw that. And it was really, really nice. There was lots of people playing with their kids and like swinging. We had a great time just kind of playing with them. This little kid was trying to build a castle in the sand or something. I mean, it was a little cool. He had a jacket on, but I mean, people were running in shorts, and it was just really, really nice outside. So if you haven't had an opportunity to get outside yet, you really should. I mean, go play a game of basketball or do something like that. We're going to take a look at like kind of why the weather's been the way it has. We've had a lot of lower pressures and higher pressures going on, but it's very different than how it normally is. Normally, you have your jet stream and it's coming down and bringing in the cooler weather through Kansas, but the fact that all the low weather has been, or low pressures held in Minnesota and the Dakotas is the reason that they're getting pelted with lots of snow, but we're staying in these cooler temperatures because of the high pressures. Across the country, it's just been really nice, pretty much in different areas. Down in Los Angeles, it's in about the 60s, but up where we have those higher pressures, you're having those cooler temperatures. So up near Seattle, it's pretty warm, and over in New York, it's pretty cool with about 41 and some weather. And if you want to get somewhere warm, you should head down to Miami. It's pretty warm down there, or even in Dallas. Across the state, it's been pretty decent weather, as I said, because of the nice pressure, the pressure of the area. Down in Dodge, it's about 59, and Saline, it's the same. Wichita, it's around 60 degrees. Up here in Manhattan, we see the weather at about 55, and then over in Topeka, it's about 55 as well. Throughout the week, it's going to be pretty nice, I think. Tonight, it's just going to be a little bit cooler. I think it's going to be about 35 tonight. There's still a chance of rain, so be prepared for that. It's going to be almost 70 tomorrow, which is really nice. And then there's another chance for rain on Friday. So it's going to cool down a little bit, but it's going to warm back up by the end of the weekend. So you guys at the desk should really get out and enjoy that nice weather before it cools down, if it does. So back to you at the desk.
Well, we look at that. I mean, it's going to be 70 degrees tomorrow, and 50 the rest, but we better make sure and make tomorrow count, hadn't we?
Right. I mean, well, it's been a little humorous on campus the past few days, you know, with the weather being so back and forth. You walk out and you're not sure, you know, you see half the people wearing shorts and T-shirt and the other are wearing pants and jackets. So, I mean, it's kind of just a guess every day, but hopefully they guess right tomorrow because it's really going to be a beautiful day.
Absolutely. Shorts and T-shirts for everyone. Yeah. The Wildcats rebounded from their loss Saturday with a win last night against Texas A&M. With that, we're going to send to reporter Jacob Mueller. Jacob.
Thanks, Zach. I'm joined in studio by Michael Pereira, who is here to update us on the Wildcats and how they're doing this year in winter sports. So, last night's game, after watching it, what are some points to take away from it? You know, what does it really mean for the Wildcats?
Well, really for K-State, you're seeing a much different team than a much more inconsistent, more immature team than we've ever seen. With the win last night, they now have more conference wins on the road as opposed to at home. So they're 5-4 on the road, 4-4 at home in conference. So it's just a little interesting to see that. But we do know that they will fight back and not necessarily give up on the road anyways.
Mm-hmm. Was there any doubt that they wouldn't win the game last night? Because they've had a couple games where, you know, they just couldn't pull it together there in the last couple minutes.
There was a doubt kind of in my mind a little bit, but they've shown recently on the road, at home's a different story, but on the road they've been able to keep up those leads. I mean, you look, they won at Baylor, they had a lead on late, came back, and they won at Missouri. So there was a sense of that, but I never really felt like throughout the game they were really going to blow it. Even though A&M got within 3, K-State was still able to respond.
Mm-hmm. What would you say are a couple things that were taken, that were looked at between the Iowa State game and last night's game?
Well, really, it was just focusing on the immaturity of the team. Frank had said that, specifically in the postgame, that everybody thought that they were just going to come back to Manhattan and it was going to be a we beat Missouri party. That wasn't the case. So K-State has the talent there all along. It's all about getting the right mindset going into the next game.
So what about the seniors that are on the team? I mean, they have their last home game coming up here pretty soon. How big is this game for not only the team itself, but the seniors?
Well, for Jamar and Vic are the main 2 seniors on the team. Jamar Samuels is much more senior leader for the team, and for Vic, it's basically just a game for the Cats. It doesn't hold that much meaning as long as they should just win it. So they can continue their seeding. But right now, after the game, head coach Frank Martin was a little bit irritable after that Iowa State game, so we'll take a look at what he had to say right now.
I just told them, I said, I hope you guys get on Twitter and put all the nonsense that you put after the Missouri game. Because we had guys that were putting stuff on Twitter before we were on the bus about these are for all the people who don't believe in us. They're just a bunch of nonsense, man. How's that work? How's that focusing in on your team and what's important? It's so I just told them, I said, I wonder if you guys will put anything on Twitter now, see if anyone out there is listening to any of your nonsense today. It's a shame. It's a shame that this team refuses to embrace success. It's a shame.
The men's basketball team had a hard fight at Texas A&M last night. Rodney Magruder shined with 26 points and connected on 5 3-pointers. This brings the Wildcats into a 20-win season bracket, unofficially securing their spot in the NCAA tournament this year. This is the 6th straight season the Wildcats have won 20 games. Kansas State is now 9-8 in the Big 12 as they face their last regular season opponent, Oklahoma State, this Saturday for the K-State Proud Game wide out in Bramlage. The women's basketball team will wrap up Big 12 play as they head to Iowa State tonight. The pairing is a close matchup, with the Lady Wildcats ranked 4th in the Big 12 and Iowa State is ranked 5th. Last game, the Lady Cats lost in overtime against Missouri on Saturday, 56-61. Leading scorer Tasha Dickey tied her career-high 3 3-point shots and had 18 points in the game. Jelena Childs put up 15 points and is only 48 points away from moving into the top 20 in the career scoring list. The game is set for 7 o'clock tonight. The scholarship baseball team wasn't the only university team in action this past weekend. Our very own K-State club baseball team opened their season this past weekend versus the in-state rival Kansas Jayhawks. The club team split a doubleheader with K-State winning the first in walk-off fashion 7-6 and dropping the second 2-9. The club baseball team will host the Missouri Tigers for a 3-game set with 2 games being played Saturday in Wamego and 1 Sunday here at the Manhattan Eisenhower Baseball Complex. The K-State club baseball team is one of 28 sports club teams on campus that provides any full-time student the pursuit to play their desired sport, learn a new one, and provide an outlet for leadership opportunities. For more information on sports clubs, visit recservices.k-state.edu/sportsclub, and for more information on the club baseball team, you can visit their website at www.k-state.edu/baseballclub. Coming up after the break, we'll have a preview of the expansion occurring at the Manhattan Airport, so stay tuned.
I'm Mary.
I'm Daniel, also known as Flo.
And this is the Wildcat 91.9.
Award-winning and student-run, the Wildcat plays rock. They play urban, they even play dubstep. Sometimes things get a little crazy. Their DJs talk news, sports, technology, pop culture. They even packed 4 guys into a van to send to the Cotton Bowl.
It's a long way to go, but we do it for you. We're the Wildcat 91.9.
Manhattan students and business travelers are always looking for a more convenient way of getting from one location to another. As of late, this form of transportation has been the Manhattan Airport.
Long lines have been unusual at Manhattan Airport until now. People are finding this airport as a way to save time and money. But because of this discovery, those in charge of the airport have seen that it might be time for an expansion, for not only the terminal facility, but for air service as well. Tune in next week with Don Bolerjack for the full story on the future expansion of Manhattan Airport.
I don't know about you, Zach, but in that last video, which you shot, did you happen to see Channel 8 reporter Todd Visser in there?
You know, I did, and he actually, I was there for the whole game, and he was the starting pitcher for that, and so it was kind of cool to see him and his outside activity. He's got a killer left cannon right there to fire a fastball right down the middle.
Who'd have thunk it?
Yeah.
Now, you went and saw the game. It was great weather. I mean, how'd the team look?
I mean, they looked good. You know, the spirits were high. They were definitely more talkative than in-state rival Kansas Jayhawks. And as I understand it, for the second game, it was kind of a fluke 7th inning that kind of forced KU to win it all. But it was a good time. So if you have a chance to go see the club team, just check it out.
Well, that's all we have time on this edition of Channel 8 News. We'll see you next time.